We're gonna go ahead and get this workout started today. The first thing we're gonna do is dumbbell hammer curls. The hammer curls are kind of my staple exercise because you engage all your forearm muscles, your brachialis, your brachioradialis, along with your biceps. And I think that it's important to get all the muscles underneath the bicep to stimulate growth and stimulate change and to build these forearm muscles as well. So I pretty much always get these in on my workouts, so I want to continue them with you. First 2 sets, we're going to start at 40 seconds. So set 1, we're going to go a little bit less time, and I'm going to increase the weight based on the lesser amount of time. Since I am going to start heavier because I'm going more time, I'm going to start with 50s. So for some of you that may think I lift light, this is a great example. I'm lifting 50-pound dumbbells for 40 seconds. So I don't lift light. What I do is I progress my weight based on the time and based on my fatigue, but I don't see numbers. I know because I do this all the time. I know my weights for the most part, and I know what getting near my max is versus not my max. I obviously can lift more than 50 because I'm going to do this for a little amount of time, but I'm not fixated on the number 50. What I'm fixated on is pushing myself to a point of near failure at that time that I'm aiming for. Why is this important? Because we know, based on research, that optimal time under tension for muscle growth is between the sweet spot of 40 seconds and 90 seconds. It's knowing that there is some gray area involved in this that makes it the key to play with these different numbers. I think people get in trouble when they start fixating on you need to do this amount of time or that amount of time, or you need to do this weight or that weight. When in reality, it's the blend of all of these things. It's learning how to blend all of these exercise principles and philosophies together to comprehensively work your muscles based on the data that we have and the research that we have. It's not picking sides or picking philosophies. It's taking all this data together and then combining it. And that's what I do. And that's why I change my rep tempos. That's why I change my weights. That's why I change my time. And that's what I do best because I train people for a living. That's why I see so many different people a day. So it's based off experience that I make these decisions. And that's why I'm here for you guys. 40 seconds is the goal. I'm going to start my timer. I'm going to get right into it. 40 seconds, here we go. 50 pounds. Step 1, I'm going to tighten before I move. Squeezing at the top, controlling back down. Now notice I'm lifting 50 pounds. I'm in control of the weight. The weight is not in control of me. Elbows are staying stationary. This is definitely pushing me. Drop to 45. Time is up. I'm going to do one more rep. And rest. How do we base our weight? We base our weight on our fatigue level and the amount of time we're under tension for. So less time typically is going to be more weight. It depends on when you are in the set or when you are in the workout. But since we're just starting, we are going to push ourselves with the weight at the beginning of this workout. 20 seconds. I think these things will become more innate and you'll understand them more the longer we go. 8 seconds. All right, I'm gonna start with 50s again. This will probably be a drop set. Start my time. Game time, 50s. Tighten before I move. Controlling all the way down, 4-step rep. Tighten first. Squeeze at the top. Controlling back down. It's already becoming a hip movement. I'm dropping the weight. We're gonna go to 40s. That is time. 1 minute rest. It's another reason why it's important to watch these workouts because I'm going to change things such as the amount of time we're under tension for during our workout or during our sets, because I like to manipulate these things. But in your program description, it may not say all this because I'm not gonna make the description too complex. So this next set, we're going to 60 seconds. So the weight will be interesting. It'll probably be a drop set. I'm gonna start with probably 35s. We're going up to 60 seconds this time. And it is time, 1 minute. Okay, I'm starting with 35, so I'm starting less. It does not mean it's gonna be easier. Tighten first. Notice how I'm not moving my elbows, front or back. I'm keeping them completely stationary. Already dripping in sweat. I know that I need a haircut if you're looking at me. It's very obvious with me looking at me right now. And I'm hoping the time is about up because I'm about to freaking drop. And that is time. Set 3, 60 seconds. Set 4 is gonna be 60 seconds. Set 5 is gonna be 90 seconds. So, why does the weight not matter? In other words, I started with the 50s. That set, I did 35s down to 30s. This set will be interesting because this set I may be down to 20s, 15s. Let's say I get down to 15s or 10s. Does that mean I'm lifting lightweight? Well, it depends. If I get down to 15s or 10s and I get to the point where I can't move the weight anymore, then that's not lightweight. Remember, all these things are predicated around multiple things: control, time, effort, and failure. So if you fail, if you can't lift a weight, no matter what that weight number is, it's not light. It means it's heavy because you failed. It's not the weight number that matters. It's failure and effort. It's game time. We're going round 4. Let's start with 35s again. So let's start quote unquote heavier. We'll progressively drop. 4-step rep. Step 1. Tighten before you move. Step 2, squeezing through the range. Step 3, squeeze at the top. Step 4, control all the way down. Pause at the bottom. Step 1, tighten first. Squeeze through the range. I'm gonna drop. I'm going big drop. I'm gonna go to 20s because this is getting ridiculous. Every time you drop weight, I want your mindset to be, not that you're dropping weight, it's that you're gonna lift the amount that you can to increase the engagement and the suck. Never a drop in weight should feel like a relief because this sucks just as bad as the other freaking weight did. And I want you guys to know that's the time. These concepts, as somebody who trains people 10 hours a day, like, some people never grasp this. It's fascinating to me. Some people never fully grasp that the number on the weight doesn't dictate the challenge. The way you move the weight dictates the challenge. And people who don't get past that concept, they don't progress. And I get to the point where I just feel sorry for them. I do my best to help people understand it, but people can't. Like, they don't, if you're not doing this all day like I am, there's no way you're gonna understand this. And if you're too arrogant to listen to people or that know what they're talking about, you're definitely never gonna grasp it either. All right, remember, we're pushing this one to 90 seconds. This is gonna be fun. This is, we're gonna push the time. This is gonna be a big ass drop set. Minute and a half. Time started. I'm gonna start with 50s. See if I get one. 1, very decent rep. 2 is not gonna happen. 40s. '30s. Notice I'm going relatively quick on my transitions. You don't want to take a ton of time to change the weight. '25s. This is where it's fun, right here. This is where all the magic's at. I can assure you these 15s do not feel light. So no matter what anybody says, this is not lightweight. Considering the circumstances, it's all about context. I'm going down again. Let's go to 5s. This is where it's all really fun. I'm at 90 seconds, but I'm gonna do a few more. I don't see numbers. I have no idea what's on this weight right now. I'm gonna squeeze for 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it, 90 seconds. I've got a relatively big muscle pump. I ended with 5s. Did I lift lightweight? Absolutely not. I freaking crushed those 5 sets. I pushed my muscles to the point of complete fatigue. It is a win when you can end with 5 pounds and it's hard. That means you know how to lift, you know how to push yourself. If I'm in the gym and I see somebody do what I just did, my first thought is, that person freaking knows what they're doing. Ingrain this into your mindset. Don't let the weight limit you. Let's go to our next thing. Join me over here.